World Bank senior agricultural specialist Tim Robertson has commended Ethiopia's great job of building its capacity in climate-smart agriculture.
Ethiopia has done a great job of building its capacity in climate-smart agriculture. It's a tool that allows us to work with the government to identify whether the budget, how the budget is being used, how it can be used more efficiently and effectively. Are there opportunities in the way that financing of agriculture is structured to bring in green financing and other sources of private sector financing? So working very closely together with the government, with regional institutions to look at ways that we can build upon the huge success that Ethiopia has had. And the first thing is it's identifying those areas where the commitment can be maintained. What is it about the current budgeting within Ethiopia that allows the government to continue to support agriculture? What are the lessons that we can generate from what's happening in Ethiopia and share those across the region? How do we get even more benefits from the research sectors? How do we bring in private sector? How do we ensure farmers have access to climate smart seeds, to climate smart practices? How do we make sure that they have access to market so that they can sell their produce? So these are big challenges that Ethiopia is addressing, but we can always do more. The way that international financing of agriculture has changed quite dramatically in the past year or so. And I think in response to that, one of the things that institutions can do is look at the ways that they can work more closely together, maximize their financing, maximize their value addition, so that we are all collaborating in one direction, which is helping farmers maximize productivity.
Africa's push for permanent seats at UNSC will be fulfilled, says Ghana's Ambassador Afriyie. Even if Africa's claim for its rightful place at the United Nations Security Council, UNSC, looks impossible like the Victory of Adwa, this legitimate demand will be fulfilled, Ghanaian Ambassador Robert Afriyie
Africa's
said.
position has remained the same. But we recognize this is a negotiating process, and it shows how difficult it is. But we have always maintained as Africa that the fact that something is difficult does not mean it's impossible. Adwa, Ethiopia had to stand up and fight. It may have been difficult, but not impossible. And what we are asking for, we know is legitimate. So although the process may be long, we are committed to ensuring that Africa takes its rightful place among the Committee of Nations. There is a saying that Tikunun Kwejina, one head does not contain all the wisdom in the world. It's a council. And if we must have representation, we must have representation from around the world, because you have to look at things not from the cliche two sides of the coin, but from the three sides of the coin. That is the head, the tail, and the edge, which is oft overlooked. And Africa will bring its distinct perspective to help shape global solutions. Because the Security Council is very important in the sense that that is the primary global institution tasked with ensuring peace and security around the world. And you remember the preamble of the UN Charter, the reason why the UN was set up, to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war. And Africa wants its rightful place to contribute to this.
Bangladesh has reaffirmed its commitment to deepening bilateral relations with Ethiopia, placing trade and investment at the center of its diplomatic engagement. Bangladesh's ambassador to Ethiopia, Air Vice Marshal Sitwat Naeem, said Dhaka is keen to expand cooperation.
The present status of the relation between Ethiopia and Bangladesh is very good because we have established our embassy in Addis Ababa in 2016. Since then, the relation has been growing slowly but steadily, and I'm trying my best to connect with the different people to make this relation even better. You know, last year, end of last year, our foreign minister was here to have a meeting with the foreign minister of Ethiopia, where they talked about the relation between these two countries and how to improve the relation and the bilateral issues that we have between these two countries. I am trying hard to make it a win-win situation for both the country. Bangladesh-Ethiopia trade show, where a small number of participants from Bangladesh came here, businessmen came here, and they saw the enormous opportunity that they have here. There are a lack of knowledge between both the businessmen of both the country. Ethiopian businessmen do not know what are the opportunities in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh businessmen also do not know what are the opportunities here in Ethiopia.
Africa is keen to expand cooperation and unlock untapped commercial opportunities between the two nations.
Ethiopia is growing very fast. The development is happening tremendously. So they need a lot of resources, a lot of supplies, and there the Bangladeshi businessmen can come in. One of the important sectors that I recognize is that the main export here is coffee. And you know, for preserving coffee, you need jute bag. Bangladesh produces the largest amount of jute in the world, but we do not export to Ethiopia. So this is one sector that we need to connect the businessmen, the Ethiopian coffee businessmen with the jute businessmen of Bangladesh. Another sector is the pharmaceutical sector. Bangladesh has done enormous good, and there are so many pharmaceutical factories in Bangladesh from where they can export medicine here. So my job right now is to connect these two people and to share the opportunities in our both countries so that they can come together and do business and increase the trade volume that we have between our two countries. There are a lot of opportunities, and the government has given a lot of incentive, and also there is, you know, the free trade zone in the African continent. That is the one thing that I always tell the businessman in Bangladesh to target the African market through Ethiopia. Come to Ethiopia, make your business grow, and to do business in Africa through Ethiopia. So if they can